This is Jeff Grebe with Weichert Realtors Advantage Plus, and this is my Thursday thought. So what stays with the house when you sell? I dealt with a situation this week where a listing mentioned a refrigerator stayed, but the buyer's agent did not write in the contract that the refrigerator stayed, so the seller took it. Now the buyer was quite surprised when they went to the final walkthrough and there was no refrigerator. So the most important thing to know is that what is in the contract is what dictates what stays. Now, rule of thumb is if it's nailed down, bolted, or mounted, it usually stays. If it's planted in your yard, it stays. So if you want to take a plant, you need to make sure it's specifically mentioned in the contract that will be dug up when you move. You also need to remember that all light fixtures stay. So if you have a family heirloom or an antique dining room fixture, you would need to be very specific about the fact that you're taking that. My best advice is that if there is something that you're going to take with you that would be considered a fixture, that you remove it before you put your house on the market. It's much easier to swap it out than to tell a buyer they can't have it. Out of sight, out of mind. And do you leave the curtains? Actually, the contract states that all window fixtures, blinds, and draperies stay. So again, unless you specifically mention that your drapes match your comforter, then the drapes would stay. Best advice, again, remove those drapes before you put it on the market so that there's no question and no controversy. The best advice is to make sure that everything is written in the contract very clearly. So regardless of whether it was advertised staying or not, ultimately the contract is what dictates what stays or what goes. And that is my Thursday thought. This is Jeff Grebe, and you can always reach us at 865-474-7100 or comment below. I'd love to hear your stories or your thoughts, and make sure you like our page so you get our updates every week.